Studio Numanope, Professor Joseph Osafo, Head of Psychology Department, University of Ghana, Legon. Studio Numanope, Nana Oforiosu, National Chairman, PPP, and Komono. Agro COVID-19 numbers now start to cost rubium. Yenshin ye, Ubia, and Nanoso. You heard him say, Yebenya, Dr. Patrick Kumabwa, Jenny, Attrition Komoka Krafa, and watching so while MPP's internal elections done, monetization in politics accusations and the matters are rising. And then security threat. National Security Minister wants border communities to be vigilant. But OBC friend Dr. Annabelle will say the security alert is a hoax. No, Daily Post, the Obokratim. We'll have a conversation. And start a conversation in the studio this morning. Peace 104.3. Nana for you, Machi Akwaba.
Papa, Mejudo.
Apum.
Yaminadum.
Bibia Boko.
Yaminadum, Bibia.
Great. Prof Machi.
Come, Mejuso.
And I pay me who TV so.
Come on, because I'm the Pedianca. I come now. It won't bow tie now.
Yeah, Nebo Tiny, them
shoot to the pocket. Because I'm now I should be I want you.
David, let me monitor.
Just say, come
on. Now, about mob justice.
Mob injustice. I don't know. And tonight. I say, I'm psychological knowledge in the wall.
That's it, Papa.
Come on, me, Baba, come
Doctor.
Dr. Hannah Osebos.
Yes.
Birthday. The baby Obiano. You wish you happy birthday.
Dr. Hannah Osebonsu. Happy birthday to you wherever you are.
Ghana, not your health system. Improve it. Why?
Amen. Kamal Dean Abdallah, Deputy Communications Director, man NPP. Kamal Machi.
Chairman General Mejoso.
Boko dear.
Onyakopon Adauruma. I believe so everything is okay. God has been good.
Kamal, on our NPP ni. Where we internal elections finally. The much feared, confused Central Region. Memene da yeri
koso dunkwa
ana dunkwa zo
yeah me say
koso dunkwa yeah ama aberi yeah.
Well,
what are the comments coming from it?
Yo Chairman General Medase maminchia aba MPP mun sense media maminchia empenyin fo nyina to the president, the vice president, any chief of staff, any national chairman and executives. Chairman General.
Yes sir.
Yes, shall see from polling station.
Yeah.
Per constitution no HSF 4 years be our reorganization. Na polling station level no where there are some areas we have over 33,000 polling stations across the country. Now there are some areas are almost the traditional one shall turn to aba hosa. We community be a community because any aja boss or any MPP for no you see on one say be a person executives no more. I mean we went through it, came to the electoral area. And also you call so pepe echo ye. Now if you want them constituency level no. If you are the regional level by and I send our kind of pepe no central region enra for the enrichi and Saturday no any dishe mua Yankopon yadum it me we no for fe and the incumbent chairman no you retaining no Chairman Kutin. On in the executives no do na you retain no me say youth organizer no pe na me who say we fresher
okay
but omo Canadian
internet just say old squad now
because Saki was the youth organizer and never be organizer and Percy was also the organizer and never be first vice chairman now Chairman General what all this points to is that you present a unified front as a party because we still have 2 critical elections ahead of us.
National and flag bearership.
Which is flag bearership, national, not even 3. Flag bearership, national and primaries. Internal primaries also will come in. Primaries also internal. Okay. And I be or found constituencies. You sign your safe seats honma where we describe as safe seats. Maybe our MPBI is safe seat. That's our description for it. Now 3 critical elections a year by in fact, they are very solid and strong one. No, presidential and primaries. No, because over here primaries now, same P the last time. Some are attributing CISA Lucy our parliament, to some of these arrangements. The Bompire say after national no. National executives, national executive, they have a critical role to play in organizing such elections for us. Yet me say unity no there indeed. Yet me I achieve what Chairman General, I have always said, say on any day MPP ye keka ya ho bom ye to yet normal ye juma year. Winning an election is not so much difficult for us. I've always said that. But say internally, no money ye. Na say be mufi say they have been shortchanged. Inti me kotina honum whatever will go on enkoso here. That is where we're going to have ourselves to blame. But so far so good. Except to add say kamesre. I say kamea say sikasem no ayabamu kakra more. And we really need to look at it. Very important, and not just limited to MPP. NDC will be doing there soon. Other parties will be doing there soon. Obia the way in manner ye handle delegates, the way in manner ye timi emma sebi sikeka krakomu. It also about transport there, no other things. But we shouldn't make it like akwa is a norm. There were hono chinchina. Say I am praying and hoping. Say the new crop of executives are whereby there should be a conversation centered around that. If it a bit my abwa ama at least that spectacle now you're presenting for people to see the party as such, you bit me are reducing the papa. Say yantima a bedroom baby, we would always cede competence to whoever has money.
Highest bidder.
And a problem to the highest bidder. And a dangerous. A bit one more disika bajia, a jumani head at the honor. No, be so on my own Jumani and so sebi. Kakra in 17 on to me enquiry and contested. Now I kobasana now here and a party no any sofa. So I pray and hope that Paging 4 will sit down. For now, John Bodi and Co are doing a good job. They have been at it. They have organized. They've done whatever they've got to do. But however, Mr. Say Nyankopon ya adumne we national election now. Major issue on the table should be how to make sure say monetization no ebeko form.
Ebeko from there.
No, what I will say.
Ebeko from there.
No, why not? If there's a conscious effort towards it, it can. A very important. Yeah, very conscious effort towards it. Now it may expand the base now. Many proposals have come. Say will be our card, but look, if we can build a data system credible. I work card be a Ghana ID, a Ghana card. Now our system, then we can track it. As a political party, we have everybody there. Say, well, over 4 million people registered, 5 million people registered. These are people who see them as decision making of the party. If at that level we can do that, why in a bit more to decide people an amount of money to go and decide? Young fan said national election Nanka, just as polling station for any presidential. Nanka fan said national election, all 165,000 polling station executives are going to vote to determine who becomes the national officers of this party. Plus other Nanka over 200 something thousand delegates. Are you telling me you can go around and give 200,000 something delegates, some thousand Ghana cedi, or some 500 Ghana cedi? You cannot, because you wouldn't have that money. And at that point, Nipo bit my Juma akwa round, and a very competent ones to help this party. It's about mobilizing and organizing this party properly. But say ma na dano delegates ka krabin semwa. Obiti baby also nipa. Oh, delegate the minimum me offer back. We say oh here phone kakra and now here bibi kakra me toman. You see, you indirectly you are buying the votes. But some more those one it is the way man obey your campaign, obey reach out to them with the policies and your friend is saying strategies I would better on a boa party and I'm better about. So for me, expansion of the delegates base are very important to solve some of these problems. Immediately, they should look at it at the right time. But I need to say time in the hobby. For now, we are all by 14th of July. Nyakopon Yadoma will be here in Accra. for the National Delegates Conference to elect the national officers. Per the calendar, General Secretary Diatudja, unless a BBS idea, by 14th of July, we shall hold our National Delegates Conference for such elections to be held. But so far, so good. I would have to congratulate all of them. Because breaking the 8 cannot just be mere words. A lot of work.
Breaking the 8 cannot be mere words. It's a lot of work. Now, for any analysis on the completed NPP elections, internal elections?
Grandpapa.
Yes.
NPP what internal elections? Yeah, yeah, source from NPP participants. Now, Grandpapa, it's a more kind. Or mirror maminia waka sisi. Obi say 800 delegates. Omo be 1,000. And so you have 6 votes.
3 votes.
3 votes.
And I need 3 no kind.
Grandpa, I'm putting here 800,000.
You're sure 1,000.
No say. Oma 1,000 per delegate. Delegates near 800 delegates. Into mathematics, honorable question. 800,000 Ghana cedis. I got 200,000. 1 million. Now, onya 3 votes. Into the person who be no. Sikahi, Anna or the quay.
You are not so sure of what he says.
Oh, this is I'm quoting what a participant has come in the media. There be a private conversation. Okay, mobile medium, and it was from first source on Nankasa and Oreka. I can only speak from that perspective. Into doing that analysis, 800,000 gets you 3 votes. Prof, you have mathematics. 800,000 is to 3 as what is to 400 and something, 400 something votes. Grandpapa, the money now in forward to Eguno. Oh, you. As you say, I want to Bagana. Now, I want to Bagana. Let's say a section of Ghanaians was such quantum. Money what to system nimba. Naturally, the monkeys are playing by sizes.
Isn't that what it's always been?
Oh, Grandpapa. Now, oh yeah, real. What's it? Minya, a future former chairman. Could you have or call for regional first vice? Oh yeah, over 200 votes. Grandpapa, and Kofu gunpowder or cord do from what? Gunpowder is changing hands. Says a delegate that corner the wheelbarrow. Because it be really sick back home. But Grandpapa, the problem are all setting. I think was setting for the system near there. Say me to votes. To vote into our service Grandpapa pede a national executive. Another a presidential candidate. Let's say me the way you man. Mokoto vote no. Into also making sure there the dread no that suitcases because me mekotai. And Kofuna mekotai na middle ko. Into other also a koto. Na say eto internal ni we are. Today, I can put the one span what delegate BC. It's internal area, general election, bit matter. Because you must continue the same trajectory. Because minimum there, Kotoi. Until Bameho, Nessa, Becca Bibia Chema. Fadja turn to one son, Akasa. Now, a population of 30 million.
Risk facing that.
I'm making who case to the people. No? Can you pay all of them? Grandpapa, sometimes you shoot yourself in the foot in the process, baby. Or there, in political parties, or they are the thinkers. When I watch now, what boy, who by who process if you are out there, what intervene because the end does not look good.
At all.
They tell us the end does not look good. Because you see, a process, analogy, me lyrics me dream there me ka obo tonals room and I me ko painty a future be bright with me and how we will take care of the family, the children, the BBI and us take. Say echo na say it the j ten na ekwe na oh mama me pe am the bemo na me da amawa every time e be huni bia no obo ba ni nsem no will be said as in the brim because you went and bought love. You didn't go and get loyalty out of policies and ideas. Now another thing, sir, a risk when the incumbency power is used to suppress other people's will to want to also come up with new ideas near there. In su ochebadamuma oyenyan obon. You have to get fresh ideas. Other man call for opportunities now. What's what beba? What's what? I drink a crate and a BNB. Other can that than the one. Obokonenin. Ensu ochewa badamuma oyenyan obon. You need newness. You need newness. You need freshness. You need energy. You need excitement. But here, all of those things are being suppressed. Me, my advice, in terms of what I've heard and seen, is that the monocracy now waba internal politics, as is reflecting in the MPP internal politics. If care is not taken, there is no way that a Yumna war to about breaking whatever they are breaking will manifest or back because you can't buy the love of all Ghanaians. You can't buy, and the more you use money to buy, meaning there what's the economy now exist. Siken you what? Yen tighten your belt. Next utilities all across and price of goods and services all across. But somehow, Nkofubi affiliated with the ruling party will could have money, truckloads of money. Now worry cha. Nkofu there, no, there's something wrong. There is a sharp disparity between Bawara culture and Nkofu where exhibits. Me then Nkofu be the one cry on Kawashet now Kawasket. Now if you are part of the ruling, next on Kawashet now Kawaskena, then the people who are suffering will advise themselves. And it's internal issues, no. Now you keep pushing money and keep pushing money and you keep pushing money. And then you are using the power of incumbency to suppress others who might have ideas and who want to serve. And you're not bringing them on board. What you are doing is you are creating a time bomb that is looking for a spark for an implosion. Because let me tell you, because what is happening there, what be opposition in power. There, o party or and so in ka click be home. In ka click be home you are an opposition in power. And the democracy who are banners will contest the opposition in power people. Next is suppress one. What do you think is going to happen? Emi says America that the Progressive People's Party here does a wide open. You feel it disgruntled. Obia feel there one fight. Nyema a home. Obia audience there up there up baby. What be appreciate the ideas, the energy, and the willingness to serve from the Ghana. The doors are wide open. Because me, I am analyzing a cake bomb there, a bomb that is ready to explode. And I'm listening to my colleagues, my brothers in the MPP who are opposition in power. And I'm listening to what they are telling me. And what they are telling me is serious matter. Serious matter. Obeko, they need to do their work. Now, I don't know why, says, me, I know that the rift that is happening within the party, the alignment, look, in your 217, or in your 201, no, we're a loser. It doesn't mean the person is a loser. The person has 201 loyalists.
Absolutely.
Who are ready to fight with him to do what needs to be done. And it's not a zero-sum game that there is a winner, there's an absolute loser. No. Mathematically, you might have beaten the person. But maybe you use money to beat the person mathematically. Then you pakono so ebia or you sue. Words be wisdom, conviction be, and to such people, the followers know what conviction.
Absolutely.
Those people are ready to dare what they atambo boy now what struggle to make sure they also way be obey. And maybe what they want to do is to destroy what you think you have set up. What you think you have set up.
Wrap up and let me
the process. Wrap up. Make analysis of this process in terms of the NPP process. There is a no-win situation that they have put themselves in. Money to buy, monocracy to buy, the use of money, the opulence,
it's opulence.
They will release one dream. Grandma, I'm shocked to the core that people have this much money just sitting there to throw it. And then the question becomes, so all the money that you are throwing at the system, what are you gaining from it? And so when you talk about the issue of corruption and paying back what I have spent now, that is where now it begins to germinate. Because must spend the X amount of money. You must give me a contract. You must do this for me to recoup what I have spent. Then you have that chronism, that propensity for corruption. And that is why we have been fighting against this thing every day. Because if I spend X to get to Y, it means that I must recoup what I've spent to get there. And then what happens to the nature of politics, procurement, all the malfeasance was system.
Nana,
this is how.
Let me come back to you later. Peace 104.3. Nana Foriosu, National Chairman of the PPP, and Morten in Kano. In the meantime, let me say happy birthday to you, Lydia Hammond of Community 25. You also have the Precious Ladies Friends Club. Enjoy your birthday, Lydia Hammond. It's from the Precious Ladies Friends Club to you. Have a lovely celebration. In the meantime, Dr. Patrick Kuma Abuaji, Director General Ghana Health Service. Disturbing reports be said I say COVID maybe Doc Martin Boko there
Boko
na then you say COVID na epeja ni mubio no kre
yes Kwame but me share with you number no ekosoro I think it's na eko na say dey exponential into the Obinia be now one by the thing one of the any permission say any before. Now, because the last one I report we have about 90 days 84. If you are and there are total current active cases, and number 300 actually. It's a the number 41 there. Na in the cost on Kokona Ebola na Ebobo. Nina every schools and our workplace, a Jumam, any school, and a few other places are meeting a teacher later. And Senia Kokona the boy, it meets this one, a bit me also are not 10 years. Jumam any school near certain communities, and Amanaba.
Now, Doc, again, about all of a sudden, Panyan near one, say BB strain for phobia, Edia.
Okay, number one, Nipano, a farm, school for schools, many out in the car. In the school for 15 years and below, no good. Yeah, vaccinate you. But you show mass, that they are senior education for that. The young person so our workplace, a human song. Quite want them share pieces from studio or when the dream was to see. Let's say, Obi Hako, any maybe no more share master. It's very easy for a best friend. Yeah. So, and now, Yenya, a mobile 50 was some Asian community, I mean, per se, a boating. Almost a crew or outbreak or on the South Monco for her, number so we are near it to me. I said it to me and so schools no bro 50 nipa nkola obonya bro 50 kaka eda to come so be another ko be change context be ne ho no contact e ba sa so omo de co community no so the co community no let us say almost the boy for in Kenya ade ata to keep e wo kwan a in there were fans or tools na the bottom by in call back to it ababwa
now most of the reports no see if Accra here
the last report 90 the more 84 if the Ageta Accra metropolitan environment and I'm the best it's in Kokrokoo it's in region.
I see. Now, Mpacho, a new strain be about and I dada noa with the old symptoms.
By Wednesday, Sabeka, the new sequencing details. Let's say new one that they have not had any indications. They say the new strain they are. Dada noa, and that's all. Until then, maybe I'm a bar. Press conference making. They say mask wearing. Protocols, they are respecting social distancing is so important. Hand washing is so very crucial. Apart from my normal ball, and they might be home. And mask wearing, we can say, yes, it's a mask wearing your compulsory, but indoors, yeah. And the schools near that they almost shame because local hospitals they are giving them instructions. Ubia, of course, is going to be a cinema. So, yes, I say, workplaces, so come with me. I am forced now. If we keep the numbers down, because the area, no, and yeah, they are better disappear. About it was said continuously, the boy home by.
Now, vaccines, maybe that's available.
Every or clear patch. So, be other movie. But the good thing about when it said, because most of them are vaccinated. So,
yeah.
But without you, yeah, all problems with the now Akopa Assembly, Abba. Until I don't know, it sounds so yeah. Our normal seasonal flu, 83N2.
Flu.
And another school provincial control and say Hans virus. And also it's seasonal outbreak.
Okay.
It's just I'm mixing up among. I know they're separate from the COVID, but I'm going to say never be brain flu, not necessarily from COVID, but also from that. But will be as you will be when you prove the eye of COVID and to tell your test. So
yeah. I see. Now, Doc, your share numbers are ever so far. A BBIM share and is under control.
The good thing is that it's not identify the hotspots, schools, new workplace. Comfort me, I respect protocols of Juma. Any schools say, I try to say, classroom, we say, mask. So they are a bit to me. I reduce it, especially almost one primary school, almost over to be out. It's in the Bible say, it's not being respected. The best way. Someone so no to be a what they could put you now. I have said open space there is safe. The risk is very low.
Yeah.
But you know, that and the kind of say, me really to my brother Mr. Master.
Okay.
We are quite to maybe I last person almost 3 years of free. So, and these are the risk areas now. I would say we are respected.
I see. Right. Okay, but that's the answer. Now, Yisru say Assembly Bentin Bibi ne Ebesa Dwaniaba. Right. That's it. Dr. Patrick Kuma Abuaje, Director General, Ghana Health Service, Onona Ode, the latest report on COVID-19. Yes, assign epidemic mukaka. Yes, Ubia Monohoba, Ubia Shanonso. Say COVID nidia. Professor Safo Statica say enko yene. Prof.
Yes, sir.
Yanko MPP in common memra COVID kakra because how the minute ya na ode enti yanko MPP kakra memra COVID ye free ho na efe mene Kamal Dina starting of security issues in
I want to say very important
assembly about the obokrat
especially communications here customer.
Yes.
Yo come me that say me chair tea from Sunina.
Dear Joso.
I say
the professor with the swag. The professor with
Nana Furi.
Professor sorry for president.
And then he said, oh yeah, we not. And I saw the friend of who or say, ni party no more. To be our disgruntled to be.
Oh,
no.
Increments parties in the
Martin.
Enko.
Comedy Dicano. Ayana, some MPP leaders, ne speakers, ne party faithfuls, Bas Studio, Hanamudin, Kumayana Meshomo, postering. I mean, Meshianada is one of the fine guys. Is very open minded on issues.
Kamadin.
Yes. Sometimes be a Meshiana Hanone, me one of us. The reason is that maybe so for come here, assembly of Bible say, Ubu Huataya, Unyami Umbu Attain. No, when Mbu Univiasefo. So self-reflection and self-critique. Yeah. So one can say, I did baby a come. Now, this monetization issue. Come and say, I know. Because I say, time and Nanado April for presidential when legal number. Now, it came up strongly. Say, baby, a day I didn't come. Nisika some Uremono. This was more than 10 years ago. A baby because billboards. It was a huge issue.
2007.
Yes. They can want some, but said the other Penyaji Kumekano. Some. It ended there. Now, this politics of patronage, Sikasema Ediwuda, yeah, politics money. Ubi or on the boame intimates membuano. It's a cycle be vicious cycle be in our politics. Now the Tennessee Yeguswa Yenesa come in party arrangements, no. There is always the kind of soft dimensions and then the hard dimensions of party reorganization. I make a so you can't the hard part of party reorganization. I mean, it includes, for example, or expanded the base, or mawanga ebeto aba, or widen the cinema akai na ebia gadgets be or how be here, na ama party reorganization. Also, those are the hard part. But there is also what we call the soft areas of a party organization, and it includes new ideas. It includes new practices. It includes challenging certain old traditions. Emboa party no. Monocracy is in this area. Now, it requires a party MPP and penny for being say, sa area no. Nikayana eyomunyina de. Every say obe hu say baby a sika no free ba no. Bia na e penny bi. why you careful maybe and actually be on the bay penny. No say go studio now.
Cassette yami.
Cassette yami. Now
opposition and power.
Yeah, you are to try. But Kwame, the one party, my party chair. Now and for subscribe to it. Near my ideologies, no. It's in the soft areas of party reorganization. It's in the area party no as a son also son morality the idea. Now embracing new thinking. Says Abria also ya bria ya disika ya de tongue of wagene. Embre Ghana sika sama ya basano. Wepra it's not a good time at all. Say we disika we mu na obi what say we chance kora. Now as I say MPP are buying any MPP party, main kind of party, MPP party no embrace this idea. Say, baby, I do it for. There's a way of handling ourselves, reorganizing ourselves. Na sa mantra na ban. Say ye breaky 8 no. Yang we kwaya eva swa e be breaky no. And yes say ye kan trawa no speba. Enti Kwame ehonu hia me pa na I am happy mini ankasa or you're critical about. And I agree with him. And MPP kura say ye ka say MPP enkwa pa we are not being fair to them. It's a political behavior be ever up in almost all the political parties. Say as a set auto nipa dwene. Now Kwame, one of the most complex organs in a human body is the human brain.
Yeah.
Over 100 billion nerves. The man nipa any aboa edanso say human beings can change, and they can change anyway. Over to me at home, say, oh, my man, we were talking about you. Say, Obako na bias as enti eyani emfa sika manipulate nipa. Say, me money sika here, people can change, and sometimes in life, people don't need money; they need care.
Yeah.
Care in sika nkwa. Enti baby ya minianum and before nam na hotro. Now last week you kind say if we are going to be looking at only buying people, na say I'm passing binumo to tall food. Said the question there. Come then it leads me to my next point. Last week me can say I said a few things are make 4 things. Me can say first is that abano to actually say change is indeed the only constant element in the universe. There's a binumo a winnie one incumbent be winnie a so or man winnie. Then you send a message. Me can be also number 2. Say it's as a binumo and winning to know. A sending message say we are telling you either we still are confident in you or otherwise. And then say obey is serious, is serious. Obey may ye when ye or dispense of you. Miss can be say if he one and winning the same meaning kind a binumo are not happy. Say okoni Anthony Swaba. But from Swa obey any say obey say yan to me Swab Bentino partner and pay resources and yes sanity. A bian no will lose you, but a channel we a champion. And it's a winanti as I say, it's good to reconcile with my minipa no win, you know. Now you forge it forward to win what we are all looking for, because that is power.
Yeah.
And it is saying no power now in India, it is only localized. That's not the kind of power you are looking for. You are looking for the general national power, and not the amount to me yet. The now look up they will lose now say well lose look up a partner to hell with you you make a mistake. Eti make also what I can say about tomato and the local business also require say a new agenda must be set. Against which backdrop? Against the backdrop of the mantra of breaking the 8. The breaking the 8 no Kwame enye yen kan trawa sao the entire yen kan trawa
you could say the one don't be and we
if MPP were in a position and one more can say asem ya o when the ade because I can say a party is better judged when they are in power because I'm not here who policies nyina the eye adwuma the eye adwuma. Number 2 ye hunu wade yo attitude, the way I also handle our man resources. Number 3, one person was switching from one party to the other. Now, this floating floating voters,
floating voters, yeah.
And by the time I Obeka say, you break it at war power. Not just a one cassa watch channel can say, me, my edumaden. Not sa so-called mythy, my bricky. Now, come it's not a myth. The Ghanaian voter is a complex person.
Extremely.
Or had any idea who say, baby, me can say, in Yama, Ekutia, currently the incumbent government, Ed Olson. Now, you need better to buy bonds, buy. No, to be fair to them, you need to buy. By this time, the obedience economies have plunged. They are not doing well.
Yeah.
No, what policies? What do me can say 30% yeah. About it is all government appointees in our it was good. A sending message. However, wise people can take it. It is still good because a sending message to the ordinary voter and say, okay, it looks like government is listening and beer. Now, 80 Kwame, early economy, security issues, industrial challenges, and the Abeka Hone say, a bit discussed, I don't know, most I don't know. Miss Remo, Minia, many say, oh dear, say, American, some of you are very monkan champagne from the say, oh my, I say, these things are destructive elements. As say, the soft aspect of party organization. It's not the hard part, as you rightly said, no. Because a Trump for you, Obia, or you vote and say, can go for you. Now, Omani, no Kurano. Here to Sika. And breaking the 8 no will not be a lip service. It should not just be a mantra. It must be a new way of thinking and a new way of acting. If thinking doesn't produce new acting, we are only making comment at the mental assent level. Then person say kasa say oh yebesa na ye hu me ye bia e man sesa na ebe mu dia ye kasa you keke. Enti mesra say mo ma ye careful na kasa no ya doso e wo mo na acting na ma the corresponding actions na say a dead man or man for whom say, oh, ampa, wait, the messa ko Tom and Bibi no, and Mapapa ne Hamadre. Say, more year would as our level. Now, the ordinary Ghanaian 80, now, more henso. 80 first, Kwame, and say, they need a new thinking. Now, Tetina, na yen is sano, meaning say, maybe I know, and his fans with tea, because I'm on the answer back, and all the other political parties. Monocracy at this time. A brave we party. Wow, man said, how did you? Not just say, wow, one person will be winning. You just want to go and lose into our yes. Now, we are no free. You hear a new thinking and a new action. Now, by Kone say, you be a Jumaden. By Kone say, one I hate no. You be from about me say, one of the regional there's a winning, you know. Very affinity to party ma of friend the other. Want to me. I thought that's a very good thing. However, people will look at it. In fact, you're very smart in human relationship. To be honest with you, because you ever say Sikakra Kumwa, what he's doing is say, or extending a hand of fellowship to the potential competitors. Say, Adiana, you know. Sabre na emotions were high. Say idea ya twawi. Ye wie ye no mawini obi so awini. Minimum said by all means obi is head.
Yeah.
Enti brae na fa ntwa no woman dia no. Na ye nom the peace pie. Na ye the biggest battle ahead. And I thought that was I was very interested in that. Because the why say we're breaking from a local competition. As I say, or the Adiano could see the national one. That is what we need to do. This is a new thinking and a new acting. Now, everybody as a party say, young act the way things used to be. So, sanity. In praying, me catch him say, Ghana for Kwame. The other Ghanaian is school, you know. When we say me back to school, Kwame back to school, Minya back to school, Nana for back to school. The next 10 years, Kwame, 1 year better about in this nation. Do nara echo school. Until they are going to be critical analyzers or be here near my echo sonia toba. And the sample na kazo area yenimono. Until I pick a crammer now, Montoba Mino. A chemo with speed. It is I will be beer, yeah, never boying as a party. Near to me, I can say, okay, 8 me a break here. It requires new thinking and new action. And this way of acting and bringing money, I'm afraid.
New thinking, new action. But this way of bringing money, Prof says, I'm afraid. Well, but Bibi Akama Kae and Nana for his team, Yeri MPP dear, Yabeka Roma, others sober. And let's see how it pans out with the other parties as well. But many Dr. Kumabwajidin Komon Minyaba Abna Usoye nurse was Saudi Arabia. Or say Kwame, COVID is still in our midst. Wearing of the mask is still mandatory in Saudi Arabia, yet COVID infections are increasing. Last week, 7 nurses in my unit were infected because we had 1 patient who was positive after being admitted. COVID has come to stay and is a walking virus, so let's protect ourselves and each other. The wearing of the mask should be made mandatory again. Well, thanks for your concerns. Sir Obama and Pokwasi says, it's for concerns such as that shared by Professor Osafo that Stephen Ntim has given assurance to delegates of the party to resolve all internal disputes arising out of the various elections held in the first 100 days should he be voted as national chairman. I therefore invite all distinguished delegates of the NPP to join the time as soon to break the 8th campaign. Sir Obama in Pokwasi sends that. And then let's see if there are any others here. Nana Ekwia Mwabuating, good morning. Nana Foriusu is seriously on fire. Tell him to slow down. I don't see the correlation between MPP regional executives and corruption. These executives are not government appointees, so I don't get the drift. Nana Ekwia Mwabuating, Ablekuma Central. And then let's see. Okay. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. This one says, on the brighter side of life, I'd like to wish Kojo Dako, aka Cash. Happy birthday to you, Kojo Dako, aka Cash. It's from Master P in London, and from Letitia, Koi, Nat, Pat, and the rest of the family. Enjoy your day, Kojo. Wishing you all the very best. Peace 104.3 at Twaye Jibedine. So, but Prof, what's here, Dr. Kumabwaji?
Papa.
What do we do? Go back to the old ways?
Yo, Kwame who say COVID ebaye no. Kwame na mama native as you say me nana I go jam na kwakura. It was well a T4 by adafo nyina ye de na ase mamo ene mo so abode ene mo paibo ne se mo bae na mi hira mo na kwakura enti nhire bi ya hu bi ya no so when you mean family, you don't say num traditional area and penny food na Edagana food na asing. Come here, so that was say ma ye fa o fidie so. Invite adofo na wo ba so. Na me nhira mo. Kwame COVID ye send you kind no. Maybe because medjuma no muno I work on people's behavior. And enipa said enipa si different. Yeah, some of these things are very much important to me. Now, okay, I say the last message fellow Ghanaians nearby. Now, Mampenyi kase yango restrictions no kakra. Na Emma Ejuman Koso. If you say na Oshe border towns ni biya na ahotri abaho. People are not allowed to cross to other neighboring countries for businesses, and when in say ana one at border towns no ejuma wo ya no no just say want to me nkwa na just say na mo hu and the spirit behind it was not bad at all. Say ebeboa ema economy so apeke kakra na plunge too fast na mo pata e be kan say me man crofo enje o man panyina no ezibone say waka say easy restrictions into no na just say o ko dipa domu a o nche o mask o sanitize you you threw caution to the wind, you don't care what happens, and I think this was done before Easter. Enti bo wonga echo Easter celebrations ni nyina akoko wonga echo convention sorry ahoro nyina say obi ara ne wi enti obo okko nsoro bi mu aribo say I still have my sanitizer close to the pulpit. We sanitize you wash it and send you ras no the sanitizer go nsem and na better say we still do it the entire is and say you say say kind of virus no abeye a part of us. Abeye a part of us means that say in two as a crackre and I go so I roll out vaccines ebiaje back ebiaje mienu ebi kwan gb na just say abanka say ebia easy restrictions na one sha na communication abeye a miscommunication obi antiase papa entino any first point. Second point, and say you can say virus here common. It is not only in the biological domain. Say any drew, say one panye, you can say enoye. Namo enon kun into me kuntia yari easy bit to say. The can say ye key and say ye bet to me na yashe a month for adwene. No one yantia say adibi wa ye. Adibi why come globally there is a recognition say the ebebu nipa as a human being, human species say yakoye nim no thought patterns are ebetumi a shift na nkrofo nyanti ase say we yenye we beboa we moa obi say if you have a population that is mentally educated, you have a healthy population.
Mental education.
And you don't have to deploy hard skills. Yeah, the doctors bear 1,000 koha. And nipa no what you come and so what say a boy who buying every ABCD. You are done. It's a public health engineering scheme. You are done. And to say what the nipa kakra now the shesha what they are just now, especially in resource poor settings as ours. Your manpower crisis when we are talking about wanga ejuma edebo doctors are hold on, nurses are hold on the idea. Yeah, ni bibiri. And you know, the minia penny dog area betu you say, idea no ya peja no ho. Ebusiafo masumu na we no enye ban adwuma bio. Ya tia me ene wa wuti me no asede say ye behwe ye ho yi ye ma na eko school no ye ngu so emam sanitizers ye ma mo wear mask ye nga ye ko ni padodo mu me ye sofo me ye ni padodo mu adwuma me nso mabo me ho ban sofo bi otie bi anso enwe ne ho yi ye ngu so a kira de o school kwa me so when you say numbers no
bebre kwa
ye no we are exposed power if you say me catch yourself about living campus o to any say at a stretch you can count more than 100 and nipa doso and they be more classes 1,000 5,000 7 because lectures and also nyina dey betumi a check classes if you say we are overwhelmed and me sra me nuanom lectures so obi a wo big class bi amba chop bon ho by why na won kwa ehu hia na come midi si no na make say yenga you occupy certain positions ewo communities ahemfo asofo assemblymen hemphobio can say traditional healers prayer camps may come be a nipa bo chenku no they are key critical centers as any may say ye fear say ye boa aban ene the kwame me no yeti ayi adene be ko fast say yanom mommy hwe hu you na ade no enko me be kan at time say ade de enko you enti obi amon ho ban na ebe ye say no fo na peja no na ye kakra no fo na aba no fo na peja no
bola suja
Kwame said here. Open you. Bola si jampa o. Utie mu neto edu to mu ahye. And so won say dia ede. Enti mesre se baby aye kono na so nsuo to. Nsuo no eto ni nyina no. Owi ambo papa. Ana nko so owi ano na enche dan contribute ba Kwame. Ye hunu say in very hot weathers no na numbers no na look akra. Yes, than very cool and temperate zones. Enti mesre se nsuo no so to no. Obia na obi woni fia o wure mu a obe sanitize it, go back to it. He empese ye be sign school be in about 25th of this month or so. We are breaking for only 2 weeks and students are back. And he said you go back Kwame with these huge numbers we have. Na ade you bold ha.
Na nipa ba ko de ba.
Ebe ha adwene. Enti amanfo we will not belabor the point. Opinion atuyefo nti obi a hwe ne ho yi na wonkwa ho hia
obi a hwe ne ho yi na wonkwa ho hia COVID-19 eda so tete ho yesremara Kamal yanko COVID ne security threats and aniaba the obokrate bi me say a certain Dr. Thomas Anabase National Security Minister is your security alert is a hoax just say nada. What do you think?
MZ my main COVID the end free man sana ya ba security sense bi. Chairman General.
Yes sir.
Nipa o yare you feel the pain by yourself. Now bibia ni wi asa e chen apomude. Health is the most important, if you like, gifter. Onyankopon e dia maye nyina. Until say malaria cry ka malaria yi. E chi 200 say aduane untimi nidi na awo na atete abeko true no you feel say one kasa onya health na wo good health ma
ya pomudia
na confidence ma ye kan ho asemi e chi nipa na they adwene say enyina honom e be bit ma spread akwa kan obi so but ye wadwene say e chi me a me na brena meko true no me bre pa ansa na kura say wo be sign obi no na one kasa it brings back every move I will make it. Ntinka mesre say we nya ban announcement. Yen kasa should be responsible. As a man for ayete Ghana, we should understand say yare ba. E wo mu say bit mass spread akwa kan obi de. But you who titiri you will suffer it. Nti measures ben na odbeto honoma one can be responsible, obehwe wo ho ye, ho so ye, na wasan hwe omo so a mo ben wo so ho ye. Is it by si Chairman General na say me hwe mfoni, ye me hyper football yi, ye hwe matches pa. Na COVID ba ya na ye serious yi. Na o stadium na say obi ani ho no. There was basically this virtual way of watching the matches omode too. But it appears psychologically, we have a psychologist sitting here. Obia fi say me hwe match so obia was stadium say obia nhye mask. It means business as usual. Me so make mark on sir. So it appears say baby e sha se crowd no mo boy kokko no omo ankasa omo ati akoda. Because I know go hwe match. We was the stadium ayama. Na dede no mo ye na. You see, but can who say ebia mo vaccinate? Ebia mo take other measures put in place. But omo announce no ankyerɛ. We so nkyerɛ say wo so no throw caution to the wind and do whatever you want to do. That's not what it means. Nti kokobo ayeba ne say COVID no I san epeja no ho bio. Na me how many say text already you know from Saudi Arabia.
Yeah.
When him say in 16 days time we start going to Saudi Arabia for Hajj. There
you go.
And Ghana has been given a quota of 3,060 and 69.
Ha.
Wow.
Now 3,069 but of course in share egu kwan mu a say ya papa Sheikh ICQ our the chairman of the Hajj board we obi am chairman na pay or the share papa to honum say once you are not fully vaccinated your PCR test is not valid all your health issues I was so mo hwe so no enye corrector there's no way we see can say cry ma kwan ma wonko. That's the first measure mo dey to honum and I believe that by today, tomorrow to the end, no, or now Kasabe press conference at the normal to Honoma, how we're going to go about it. But again, I'm raising this because this texter is coming from Saudi Arabia. And Okacha say, this is what is happening there. Into Bia Shishamas. And to make us say, Obi Biara, or your potential pilgrim, to this holy land. On board one who ye. I'm even told that the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia has issued he said, ultra 65 years, sir. There's no way you'll be admitted to do Hajj.
I see.
Yes, that is what the letter that has come to us. If we are preparing, age, Obia ultra 65 biano, you are not eligible.
Riskful.
Because say your tolerance level in terms of and shocks level in terms of kuta attacks biano thing, because you are almost becoming weak in a way. So that also, I believe the Hajj board is actually going to be very strong on it and work in tandem with in conjunction with Foreign Affairs Ministry. Now we're making sure say all those measures are put in place properly, so that so in good health boy, because a numbers plan go normally wa Hajj bi and we say numbers pa then I think say the 2 normal year a bit me aboye. But if that place, some of these matters are coming up, then of course we have to be extra cautious with our arrangements. Now, medicine, the onus lies on us as a people. Media, mamontin kota. At least time ka krabi na mwenye krana mo sambo hude hurumaye. You have done that and you are still doing it. And of course, yenswa yetie no. Trotro ne yenuma use trotro ne Texas. Let us educate ourselves. Say master no krana be sha say esha. The president did not just say munja must share. Or can say enye so enye say like ye di show so say ko share. But you as a human being ankasa, for who say no, I me ko here, and the lives of people around me so ehun here. They will say me then meet me responsible and then be a very good citizen towards that. The COVID no, together we can fight it and nip it in the bud. Now,
yeah.
Security is semi. My mentions as free Dr. Annabelle. He appeal to Annaba, eh?
Thomas Annaba.
Oh, it's Annaba.
Yes.
Here is written Annabelle.
Yes, it's a typo.
Dr. Annaba. And I'm sad. I will say yes. Omo opinion for the enimde no so yakopon de ama omo so dia akwa in other things. But to the bia, some of these matters you have access to the National Security Minister. Even if you don't have access, the Right to Information Bill now is law. And there's even a commission in place. No, of course, I'm just looking at channels. If there's anything you need to be able to satisfy opposition, say, when and say hoax, right for such information to be given. But you see, national security, to the extent say court to crown, you say court to make the law at change for the sake of national security. Now I'm rank say yes no. Now judge here was I say there once a interest of national security no. So I'm running the between chain. Na ya just say so important to us. Now say omo nim de. Omo ba out. Now say you condemn you throw a hoax, a nada. When you do that, the vulnerable are listening, the gullible are listening. They all go out there na nka caution na ye de beto hono ma aboye nyina no. Of course. Now, according and change, then we all suffer. Because, Chairman General,
yes,
just the day before yesterday or so, in Burkina Faso, some 50 people were killed.
No, Nigeria.
No, apart from Nigeria,
Nigeria,
Burkina
yeah.
Nigeria, our church, church, or whatever, something church.
Yeah.
SCA.
Catholic Church,
Catholic Church. Nigeria, 50 people. Burkina Faso, sir. Before even this 50 in Burkina Faso, some 160 people were besieged and killed in Burkina Faso, one of the villages. Just say real, it's happening.
No,
that is wrong. Now saying as the Bila market, what OTA? That's about 2 weeks ago. Market day, gunmen, they came into the Bila market, ransacked the market in the village, beating women and burning their stuff. Where they came from, we don't know. And I said, we are penny ewo a society more. Some of these things you don't just come and say it's a hoax. May condemn and nada and yes sir and this sir. When it's happening elsewhere, do you know the form in shape FIR about Mukrum? You never know how it came into. Sansu na Ghana so no ya hwe no yi be haye. Chairman Jana me there how many crowns say? Some time ago yet o man mu. And BBC, it took BBC to come out with a report say some insurgents be say some friend saying extremists, fundamentalists, extremists or what I want to call them. Ewo, northern side, border B. BBC gave that report on Focus on Africa before the government of Ghana could act. I stand to be corrected some few years ago. You see, so I'm saying that if national security ever Albeka says, like, see something and report about it, or whatever you see, if you say, untoward, now to me, you almost to now it is all of us having our hands on deck. It's not just about his minister, the minister Kandapa. No. He has said it, he's cautioned us, he's thrown something out there. Kamesra say the entire citizenry of this country, let us all be on alert. Who will be untoward? Mention it. Sebi, a man for a whole mobile media, and the way our moon and Namno, we are not comfortable. Namafa, phone bako, and Emre phones all over. Fred police, and afraid Mahusa Nipa 2, Nipa 3 be any namha. The way they are going about things, I'm not so sure. Now, Omunium Kohonum. But to come out and issue statement say, hey, hoax. Hey, nada, I am fantuncheng. I mean, that is dangerous. Can I say politics, no? Yeah, the true level beer. Every single thing that comes into this country must be politicized. The beer cabiano. Yemfanya politics. I mean, it's getting serious. So, in fact, national security in semi-media, Yemfan is serious. But when there NC or beer, I would not have had problem. Chamajana, if you have that chance to go to your friend is saying the border post, Upper East, Ofa Bongo, Ultra Bongo Kakra, you were unapproved rules be honoma, a man for can come in. Okay?
Yeah.
Now Ofa Pagaside honum now. So we have serious borders, sir. A man for every for how many other areas, you know, they can come in there. And now here Burkina Faso, they see now a northern part of Burkina Faso, no, towards the borders of your friend say Upper East, no, and as I know my ICC. So I am saying that we should be very serious about it, and we appeal to the Defense Ministry, the National Security Ministry, the Interior Ministry. We know they are doing their job there, but yeah, now almost strengthen security in our border post, no, yeah, papa. Now, what is happening elsewhere in there? A problem pa emaye. But Chairman General Ghana there, I can tell you, with the tolerance level in our religious environment, you know, a bad day passe will allow some of this thing to happen. Me, I'm happy.
Well,
yes, of course.
And allow and not disallow. But as to quote Kwekubako, to quote Abdul Malik Kwekubako or CBBB, the lunatic French. So lunatic French, you know. Omono
everywhere. Anyway, it's true. But you see, other areas, say for example Nigeria, a bit more defied religion, so and I mean a Muslim for and I will be a Christian for Christians. Young person Christian, you could be school. Young person Muslim, you could say. But of course, in Ghana, we don't see that.
That's why we need more religious tolerance.
We need more tolerance. We need more. And then not just that alone. There should also be, we should be seen to be equitable. I mean, we should be seen to be espousing equity in whatever we do. Because the point is that, Ebia more school bimu. Nasa bibia basa mo share kakra. Now if we say we there or a tenten, we there or ya mekrumni, into ono onya esefata, we there wanya memfa ho. Those things na a problem ever. So if we appear to be fair in our dealings, now it's tolerant, it's enhance, as for ekasa, imam for ekasa, we are together. Meba echo Christian school. Of course, Sanson will be so ba echo Arabic and English school. Or a Christian. It doesn't really matter. So in a country where we have this tolerance level, all I can only say is that young bomb say young enhances our tolerance level. Yeah, enhance now omo asebi omo interface with people no. Omo ni mikasa, otimikasa man for also for ne imam for they should strengthen any lectures ne other thing. They should strengthen that bit of educating people to be very tolerant and accepting each other. Otherwise, yenya tete and tempe, then we are going to have problems. But then again, Dr. Anaba on some review. We shouldn't be quick to condemn the national security. Let us volunteer information, then help all of us to live in peace, inshallah.
Medasi Bebre, Yenya Kamal Dean Abdallah, and Yetening Peace 104.3. In the meantime, before I go to Minya, your friend Nana Oforiwusu, says, warm regards and birthday wishes coming out to you. Florence Fafo, Madame Florence Fafo, belated 80th birthday wishes to you. Saturday, no D 18. Madame Florence Fafo, God bless you richly from all your children and grandchildren, especially Alfred Fafo. And also to you, Mr. Augustine Saki, Headmaster Ebuakwa MAJHSC. Happy birthday to you, Mr. Augustine Saki, Headmaster of Ebuakwa MAJHSC. It's from Mark Adai, a.k.a. Marcus. And the last one to you, Lawyer Obri Yaboa. Happy birthday, Lawyer Obri Yaboa. It's from Jerry Ahmed Shaib to you. Now for you, Pacho Brim.
Yes, Grandpa.
Yeah.
There are stages of change. There are stages of change. Or the pre-contemplation stage. Honor engine Z, Bajen or Kodo, what is this, blah, blah, blah. Or contemplation stage. Your preparation stage. Your action stage. Okay, action stage now in relation to COVID now. Young Hoyensa, Yensha mask, young boy on home buying distances. A dom to doa, good day, you know, minimize, and I think, you know, only the action stage. Now, the action stage, you know, or they maintain, there is a maintenance stage of all of this. Grandpa, no says here, what we call the relapse stage. We didn't maintain. Information or catching there anywhere between behavioral change, you know, about 66 days to have a behavioral change. You maintain that behavior. Grandpa, that me will fear me litmus test here. My last born. If you fear pan, walk with your mask. Or did you make a DBH? That you wear your mask. Also, I shall say, I know that behavior has gone through a relapse. Say, people are not doing that. And it's about the resurgence of the COVID-19. This thing has come to stay with us. How are you prepare as a people to deal with this situation? No, now very important. Prof, they be about how long it takes for a behavior to come in, and all link into effective communication. Or the fado, you making sure that your behavior no you continues in the way you the break the mind asset. You do baby in amnesia. We will free. And so we will free. The facts of the matter no, will come back to you. And you say, when the numbers not come up. A correlation to your behavior towards the COVID-19 virus, your behavior towards this, you know, aquaform or your nail, your defense now, you put two up. Grandpapa, so AJ, then there's a positive correlation there. The affected people now call up. It just goes back to show you that we need to come back and make sure that we continuously. But where is the sustained campaign? Prof, Akacha, the key stakeholders in the communities now, we need to engage to make sure that we also work in helping a behavioral change. You're fat, the man's you're very important. And sometimes you're banning the wisdom of Prof, now the experts, what banners will be to your far. Or there, yes, so your obligation there, information now, yats or yaswoman. You're na yesu ya family ya family And we as a society, so no, we can't go to sleep. We can't go to sleep on certain matters. Now you make sure that you be maintain the habits now, or making sure that you ever brain foam. Now infection rates, walk of foam. Now you live healthy and happier lives. Oh, you're very, very critical. And the prophet they say it's changing chrono why they must do what they do. Then you continuously drum it in. You need a minimum of about 2 months, and send an chrono automatically begins to behave in a way of a protected on Ankasane life. So we need to add knowledge into Nyama Yeno and apply the knowledge and research available to us as a people to make sure. And you can't just come and say the number has gone up today. They must continuously design a system and a process whereby time be a part of their conscious activities on a daily basis to make sure that we deal with this problem. Grandpapa, if you want to man, security matters. Grandpapa, our platform yard, and I'm raising the analysis on security at the borders. Now, security at the borders, so Grandpapa, is not just reportage of some activities, Grandpapa, or a way of life and a government's intentional policy to make sure that communities along the border do not feel they are not getting the full impact of government intervention. Until we talked about food security at the border. We talked about better schools at the border. We talked about better roads at the border. We talked about electricity at the border. We talked about making sure that infrastructure support is built at the borders. We talked about making sure that infant child mortality rates are good at the borders, good hospitals, good health care. We talked about this. If you are going to fight against external aggression, you must make sure that the factors now it will go into Obi or at the border to be possibly influenced, to want to engage in activities that are not normal. You must also make sure that you plan a policy towards our borders, the Côte d'Ivoire borders, Burkina borders, Togo borders. You must plan deliberate, intentional policy interventions that make sure that those people feel part of governance.
Is that not what they are trying to do?
Well, Grandpapa, this is what I am raising. That in terms of activities there, or your perennial is forever, because we are sharing borders with these people forever. So to make sure that this fight is not a 2-day wonder, 3-day wonder, no. You make sure that government, central government, develops those places to the point that you can't influence the person. Because if the person has access to good school, the person has access to good roads, electricity, drinking water, all the things that makes us whole as a people, and you are able to make sure you provide them interventions, no man. Grandpapa, it's very difficult to go to those people and tell somebody will be able to influence because the factors of influence. Poverty plays a large part of it. A honest will be bad. Now I'm out 2 cities, 3 cities, 5 cities. Obey a surrogate parent. Nessa oye demunya manyame na ono provide the ads na you should have had it oye basic na obobisa questions na into any school ano what you want about into any school what you want about into enum insuro the magia mwa nyina so wonum nsuo mi wo pe wasema e ba dintina inyi akwana ibetumu afado na ede wonyama akwakodo efu edeba ko marketplace
no end up poisoning your
yes wo bisa what to bomb be to team one kasa go through analysis na beka de asma pade o kan no kwere
Yeah,
no one bibi no ayo bibi.
Poverty, yes, but usua anaso utt security and intelligence near Maibia. Poverty is a big part, but not always only. Fanaticism, for example.
Yeah.
Yes. It could be ethnic, it could be religious, it could be misguided. Into yes, there's a poverty angle. So just to help the discussion, let's look at other things. So the fanatic part of it. Obi Oha is not poverty. Obi Oha is religious. Obi Oha.
What even forms the larger part?
Yeah, it's ethnic, it's tribal. Obi Oha onim nyinti oye. Be akache ni say menana kanswa owuye 1912. One Kamal and Nana Kanso Su year 1905. No more on Toka. Intimate Kamal Kuntoka, but in Mintia.
A good example is Alavanyo and Boko issues.
Yeah.
Long-standing matter.
Into young
people have actually gone
they don't even understand the basis. But yeah, show me trim.
Yes. So one of the cardinal points now in for what could baby there is discourse. There's disunity. There is a lack of trust, and a whole and a will use what they take advantage to get into the person's head. So what you are saying is true. The chieftaincy matters, land disputes, all of these things are part of the factors now. Oh yeah, but Grandpapa, a poverty endemic area, a high poverty indices, then you compound it by local issues of chieftaincy and land disputes and these other matters now. Grandpapa, that gives the high propensity there they'll be successful in those areas. And that is why I say there, those border areas, the factors of central government in making sure that we don't leave them to feel like they are ostracized from their land of their birth. We need to make very sure, because Grandpapa, the border areas, there is a certain psychological dimension. Sometimes they feel they are citizens of Ghana and Burkina, Ghana and Togo, Ghana and Cote d'Ivoire. Obi oha nebusua penyin or Burkina, and so they are right here in Ghana. Obi oha nebusua penyin or Togo, and so they are right here in Ghana. And see, Grandpapa, when you look at these complexities or existing at the borders now, that is why there, Mr. or there, you're making sure there our eyes are there. So, National Security Coordinator, in his statement about activities at the border being highly a place out there, I support that. I think it is in the right direction. But I'm further buttressing his point by saying that the government as a whole must make sure that their attention is drawn to activities of the border, peculiarities. There are different allegiance mindsets that exist at the borders that also all allow room for people to penetrate the system. So we must make sure that the system of governance does not leave people who are far away from the center to feel that they are not part. Until we must make sure that government strength and energy and resources and attention are taken to the borders to make sure that the peace that we enjoy here in Ghana is maintained for an extended period of time. And I'm saying it's a policy because we don't care about a party in government or whatever it is. We are saying that the national interest of us as a people are a constant, and that we must make sure that we put in deliberate policies that takes care of the border-related activities of Ghana. And its peculiar situation now, over there, we must, as a government, extend our hands and everything so that the people feel that they are part, that they will not want to go and become part of something else. And that is critical for us as a people.
Yeah, try Jumediano Supis 104.3. And happy birthday wish to you, Edna Chumdanso. Wherever you are, may the Lord bless and keep you as you celebrate your birthday today, my sister Edna Chumdanso. And yesterday was your birthday, Larry Dogbe of the Herald newspaper. Diabolic Larry Dogbe of the Herald newspaper. Belated birthday wishes to you.
Diabolic
Larry Dogbe.
My good friend. Happy belated birthday.
Yes, belated wishes to you, Larry. Prof, young point.
Come me that's na security matter no matters no me that's pass many mpanyifo achichim na me fi ase free baby kama epic and baby na and come first is that security matters are complex issues. Nti ya na obi simplify no na when you know crane idea we should be careful. Especially if the national security apparatus the national way are coming out with a communication say there may be suspected encrophobia one of them to be minia Dr. Anaba asem no de ba e bi na madwene no maybe say ochro kura the command ministry no gently say oh mehu one or two mistakes in your report correct it na than just perhaps take into maybe social media or just publishing it like that. I think that baby I don't know yana hamadwene say you'll be can account you'll be our influencer crack and you're careful when we are talking about security matters. And yes, I bring here catch government institutions say you are completely wrong in this matter because Kwame wouldn't say security complex and the NIPA national security wow my deployment on the ground no need the information on the ban me content chrono makes me much than they can inform the unit. But it doesn't also mean that the national security cannot make a mistake. They can also make a mistake in their assessment. They say, mistake here, but nothing stops me from communicating this to the ministry. Ember public. And the reason why I'm concerned about this is the Kwame. I buy a launch program you say and can be won't be beka. Why you careful? Now if you say to sa and some you are going to dampen that enthusiasm in the ordinary person. I will say oh because we na some crown mistake I'm boy. And ti obe hu bi kura I was okay what dampen at the end. Ti misra say yenga your means to communicate. Nah, it bit me a draw by attention some of these things. Let us not use social media and idea to quickly jump into conclusion. I will not lose anything if I communicate this to the minister. And I have to be a say idea minister in the bar, it's good, but there are errors in the NT. Can you cross check? I don't lose anything, Kwame. It's a way of protecting the integrity of the communication that went out. Say abai penny be edi tuja, especially on security. Come there's an integrity of the communication. The integrity of the communication and say a bit to me I inspire enthusiasm amount for say yari and no crampono is enough Kwame. But
problem then I just say nipa kwano ka say ni abani ye no kran then I just say I am we no dey.
Good. And see the challenge in the communication is say who is communicating. Where was it communicated?
Why are Ujinahi?
That's the point.
At the end of communication here.
Then I say, many problem at all with the communication, but I have a problem with the beer. That is if what is reported here is correct. Say you went on social media, if that is correct there. Not just say baba. Say no correct and the other question you'll have thrown to me is what also will have gone bad if he had written to the ministry, say mehu ABs and I on the call even regional, some more regional centers on security. Say the abandon.
That's every region be a police commander BNI boss was his friend NIB. But me the BNI and that's me the NIB feeling BNI.
BNI knows what
and I question banko.
What is BNI? What was in the history no?
History no.
What is a BNI say hey? But NIB they say a bank.
As a bank for the
communication and also boa in correcting maybe some of the errors in the abai edeban. But they make and say, as I say, protect it. What me the person say, you person a man for one air he. Number two, you person a man for a responsible. I hear you say be cautious. Responsibility is say the one who know say a smart people over draw abai attention. But in drawing abai attention, where do you draw government attention? What happened to social media now? And I say, no, I'm thinking, say, me chrome, and I'm a war, and I'm important, I'm a war, and I'm a who, and crophobia. I buy national security, but oh, and then you who be legon, Nadia, who you maybe I met two legon, I mean, I will not come on social media.
Tell you what,
as I said, not make an until I was issues, I don't know. As I send it to me, I buy. Nipa no communicate say that I feel errors here. Mommy and correct it. Now may attack the Oka Nepa. I'm running the integrity of that particular commission. And what? That's the point I'm raising.
Talking about attack, here's one for Nana Furi. Applause says, I'd like to ask Nana Furi if he cannot discuss without criticizing everything being done. How could he, Nana, say there was a relapse on this health education on COVID-19? Even when the president relaxed the COVID-19 rules, the Ghana Health Service continued with their vaccination campaign. Tell Nana Furi that people are simply refusing to be vaccinated. Also on security, when the government sent security personnel to all the border points in the country, it became a political issue. Nana Ofori, I remember, was talking against it. Nana Ofori is in trouble today. Somebody says, what does NIB stand for? Well, it stands for National Investment Bank, but also it stands for National Intelligence Bureau. I'm an advocate for, just go back to the old name. I mean, I say BNI, simple. It's like FBI and I say FIB. BNI is BNI, but anyway, I'm not the one who makes the rules. Prof. Pachiwewe.
Me. Me come na me sina obem. Enti no mesre say ye koye ni mu.
Yeah.
Yenga ye wo positions of influence. Me no na communicating say me say I must say a doctor, be a medical doctor na say be a bull doctor minim. But yenga ye position of influence no. Sabre o mu ye kwame quite volatile. We are in the middle of an ailing economy. We are in the middle of potential threat from insurgents. Inti kasa baby and why careful.
Be more circumspect, be more measured.
They made to me ama bias what no. Mama bias on tia and back to social media and I may run it down on government functionaries. I don't think say an institution. I don't think say to come as a boss or say it's a hoax. I know they are. Maybe I know one can say. And
I say, Ebiana,
yeah, none of benefit of the doubt. Maybe I know one can say, Ebiana, one year report on Sonaja. In him say, as a job for the I don't know, send up say,
Prof. It's a job for Yentisa.
And you now come and say, and the air
Yentisa.
I am a person and coming to know can but I think we should be cautious. Security is complex. Baby, I won't say it. And this I will say, you are better than the government machinery. I idea go akwemwa or you have a mistake. And yes, say, over communicate the next responsible agency. No, number who say, baby, I also want sanity. Now, say lapses be more. We are how do you call it? Meeting each other at a certain point. Say, baby, boy. Now you know, but not to say they all kind of correct. No correct. It doesn't help anybody. And the message say, "Yema and co sadians."
Peace 104.3. I guess we can wrap up this morning's edition.
One quick,
me too.
Meanwhile, statement about Ghana Health Service still doing their advocacy. That is exactly the point. They can't be alone doing the advocacy. And the advocacy, you need key community institutions to help you with the advocacy. I won't continue to mean yeah advocacy and confubity was. You're not a communication machinery. It is a yerekan on say abana yerekan efimuno. We are in a state of relapse, and that is why the numbers have gone up. That is a fact. And yes, go back and get in touch with the community people who helped in the first wave to continue the process. That is what I meant to say.
You meant no harm.
Yes. To strengthen the process.
Nana meant no harm. He says, let's strengthen the process. Professor Safi, Nana relapse. Yeah, that's it.
He didn't say chair to the health workers.
No, Kamal Dean Abdallah, yeah, that's no pay. The teacher out here, and yeah, then that's here. The mouthpiece 104.3. Where's he young? Yeah, record. When he shouted,
When he went around to sow, when he shouted, oh yeah, people start to laugh at him. Oh yeah, with his sewing machine.
And then
Went down for some clothes to sew.
And then
When he shouted, oh yeah, people start to laugh.
wrapping up this morning's edition. The next news broadcast is at 12. Kofi Kombilson is next. To you, Globus and Jimmy Aloti, your song is here. Don't sing. And may your day be blessed. Remember to keep your dreams and hopes alive is all you have. And as always, when you stop to say a prayer, remember to say one for me too. God bless. Good morning.